I.S.U.P.K.
All I'm going to tell you, man, if you want to stay plugged in and tuned in, make sure you subscribe to I.S.U.P.K. on YouTube. A lot of powerful information will be coming out this summer, and you want to stay tuned in. The minute they drop it, it's coming right to you, baby, as soon as you subscribe. So make sure you handle that business and subscribe to I.S.U.P.K.
Shalom, I.S.U.P.K to all my brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar. I.S.U.P.K to all my sisters, alright? I'm Officer Macabre of the I.S.U.P.K. And right here I got the brother Trooper Kodash reading for me today, alright? And today the topic that we're going to touch on is, the role of a man. And when I talk about a man, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Because, as of today, we don't know how to be, men. We don't know how to be that warrior that the Lord has molded and created us to be from the beginning, okay? And that's what we're going to teach on today, because lately, what the whole I.S.U.P.K has been seeing, and what I've been seeing personally, is a lot of black men's spirit who is broken. Who is, a lot of young men and older men who are homosexuals. And we have to teach these things to correct our people, for them to understand and change their ways. Alright? So we can get back to our job of serving the Lord. And raising up the nation. That's the whole point of this, alright? And the first scripture that we're going to get into is Exodus 15:3. We're going to get that out.
Come. Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is what?
The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is the man of all love, loving everybody.
The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is the man of loving the white man.
The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is the what? Say it again.
The Lord is a man of war.
Keep going.
The Lord is his name.
Now, as the scriptures say, Exodus 15:3. The Lord is the man of war, is a man of war. And what does that mean? Because the Christian church always teaches that he's all love. The Lord is not all love, but he is for justice when it comes to his people as well. Don't forget that. Don't you remember what he did in Egypt? How he killed the Egyptians to save his people? That's not all love right there. Apparently, he hated them Egyptians for what they were doing to his people. Yeah, he is love for our people though, but he's not love. He don't have love for everybody else.
That's right.
The Lord is a man of what?
The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is a man of war, and that's how every Black, Hispanic, and Native American person should be. Like the scriptures say, be ye perfect, as your Father is in heaven. That's how you should be. You should have the same attitude. You should have the same, personality or characteristics as the Most High. You know what I mean? You have to understand that. I mean, we also know about how, the Most High said be like him. All through the Bible, man. We out here being homosexuals. We have a spirit of fear. We have a spirit of everything except for being a warrior, a soldier for the Most High. You want to say something? Go ahead,
If I may, Adawan, and like you said, the Lord is a man of war, like you just brought out about the Egyptians.
That's right.
He went to war for us because he loved us.
There you go. Okay. Most High in Christ.
That's love.
Most High in Christ.
He went
That's
to
love.
war for us.
That's
Killed,
right.
Killed kids, babies, and everything.
There you go.
Because he loved us. He went to war for us. Well,
that's right. And that's not only even him. You got King David. I mean, you got Moses himself. You got Solomon. You know what I mean? Oh, so like not Solomon. Who's the brother? The brother Samson with the jawbone. Man, he did that all for our people, man. That's the spirit that we should have, because right now we don't seem to love each other. We out here killing each other. Because of what? Over a female? Over somebody says something incorrect to you? Do you know anything about brotherhood? That's hate right there, man. That's not a spirit of... You have a spirit of war against your own people. What about the people that's enslaving your people? What are you doing about that? And that brings me to the other scripture. Go ahead and get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Really want to go to Genesis, but you know, fine. Just go ahead and get Ecclesiastes. You know, I'm gonna show you something that nobody else have showed you. You singing and dancing in the church, not knowing anything about this Bible, not knowing how to grow up and how to be, how to, you know, mold yourself as a man. You think as a young child that, you know, I can just, you know, serve the white man. I can be whoever I want to be. I can be a little feminine. You know what I mean? I can be a homosexual if I want to, a man and a woman, transsexual. I can be all these things and not really care, because nobody else seems to care either. And that's the sad part. As soon as our brothers and sisters stop caring how to you know, really you know, raise their kids, raise the family, that's when you will stop caring too. And that's when you will think that being a homosexual is correct, and that there's nothing wrong with having a feminine side and a masculine side. And that's incorrect. That's incorrect. Alright, go ahead and get that.
Khan. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Read it a little loud.
Let us hear the conclusion of the matter, of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Say it one more time.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Listen up to this, because this is very important.
Fear God.
Fear the Most High. And how do you do that? Keep going.
And keep his commandments.
That's how you fear the Most High. By keeping his commandments.
That's right.
You can also find that in the book of Proverbs. Read that one more time, the water.
Khan. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Write this down.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Okay.
Fear God. And keep his commandments.
That's how you be a man. That's how a black, Hispanic, and Native American man really mature. Right there. That's when you are really a man of your, you know, just period.
That's right.
Ain't nobody else a man out here. Having a whole bunch of orgies with females, you know, sleeping with your brother's wife, that's not being a man.
That's right.
But busting a few grapes and nuts is not becoming a man.
That's right.
Having 1,001 babies does not make you a man.
That's right.
Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and warring with your other brothers for the Most High's sake is becoming a man.
That's right.
Because you live by something. You follow something that nobody else follows, and that's standard and rules, while everybody else around you lives a lawless life. They live a life to where they can do whatever they want. They have no God. Their God is themselves, I should say.
Right, that's right.
They follow themselves. Alright? Is that it? No, keep going out. There's more on that.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of what?
For this is the whole duty of man.
Like the scriptures say, this is the whole duty of man. This is your job as a black, Hispanic, a Native American man to do something. And that job is to raise a nation, protect the nation,
That's right.
feed the nation. All this is all in your hands. Don't sit back and let anybody destroy and touch your nation. The white man is already killing us, man. How long will you continue to let it happen?
That's right.
How long will you sit there in church and not learn anything and go back to your regular sinful life, your wicked life, and do it all over again? It doesn't make any sense. There has to be some solution. You have to sit there and wonder, like, why is all the black men becoming homosexuals and really just only us? I don't see nobody else out here being attacked like us. Why are we the only ones being killed out here? As soon as you start keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, which is the whole duty of a man, that's when you don't have to worry about that. That's when our brothers and sisters won't be getting molested in the church. That's when our brothers and sisters won't be talking about their homosexuals or born a girl or a boy.
That's right.
That's when all those things will stop. When you lace up them boots, put on that all black, and become a man of the Lord. Because you can never be a man of the Lord outside of these walls.
That's right.
And that's the truth. Alright? Go ahead and get Genesis 49 and 9. I'm going to also show you another thing in Genesis that you need to learn, that nobody in your congregation is teaching you. Instead of sitting behind a computer and watching videos all damn day, touching yourself, getting fat off of snacks, why don't you put in this work for the Lord? For once in your life, time. Maybe more. Keep going. Go ahead and get that out.
Come. Genesis 29 and 9.
No, 49.
Salaki.
Yeah. Yeah.
Genesis 49 and 9. Judah is a lion's whelp.
Okay, start right there. Judah, as we may know, as a lot of people may not know as well, Judah is the so-called Negroes, the 12 tribes of Israel, the very first, tribe of Israel, all right? And these are the so-called black people in modern day society in America, okay? Keep going. Read that one more time.
Come. Genesis 49 and 9. Judah is a lion's whelp.
Judah is a lion's whelp. Now, whelp is a small or young animal. It's saying that Judah is as a young animal. As we all know, all through the Bible, when you hear about Judah, they're being, we are compared. The Lord compares it as, Judah to a lion, and we are the lion, and that a lion is the king over his whole, territory, over, what they call it, a plain. A plain. You know what I mean? Judah ruling right now. You know what I mean? And the Most High is using us as a young animal, and a young animal is usually strong. A young person, a young man is strong. You know what I mean? Keep going. Now I'll explain more on that.
From the prey. My son, thou art grown up.
See, what this is talking about is how, the Lion of Judah, how we are young right now. Warriors. We're fighting. We're praying. You know what I mean? We're hunting. We're building the nation. We're strong. Keep going.
He stooped down. He crouched as a lion. And as an old lion, who shall rise him up?
Stop right there. Now it just gave you the opposite of a young lion, which is the old lion. It said that we what?
We crouch down as a lion.
You crouch down as a lion, even an old lion. Now what that's saying is how we went from being young and strong and roaring for the Lord until being an old, weak lion. And you want to know how we got to that point? It's when the white man came to defeat us. The only reason why we are weak right now is because the white man has defeated us. We allowed the white man to defeat us in everything. And how did he defeat us? His white woman, his white man, his religion. all sorts of wicked devices that he has used against us. That's how we became that old weak lion.
That's right.
But we need to be back to being the whelp, being that young, strong lion that prays. That's what we need to be. That's what we need to get back to. Because right now, everybody seems to be weak out here, not helping and defending the nation. It's like it's every man for themselves right now. And even that's not working out for them. No matter what you do outside of these walls, it's not saving you from the white man. It's not. It's not making you become a man. Some way or fashion, you are still weak. You are still dealing with some type of homosexuality.
That's right.
But when you come into the truth and learn how to be a man, learn how to be taught these scriptures, you will learn how to be that strong young man forever.
That's right.
You won't be a lion, an old lion, who's defeated and weak in his spirit. Go ahead and get Jeremiah 30 and 5. That's why it's so important that you keep and hold and grasp on your masculinity. Because literally,
So like I was saying, it was a little bit more on that.
huh? Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. You have to understand something, because lately, what I've been seeing is a lot of brothers been throwing away their masculinity. Like it's just a piece of paper. Man, you better hold on to that. Do you know your masculinity is everything? You can go places with that. You can rule the whole earth with that. You can protect your whole family, your whole nation at that. Because, I mean, let me ask you a question. Who is going to protect the kids and the wives? Who are the weaker vessels? When you are not around, when you want to go out and be a homosexual, who is going to help them? Nobody. They can't sit there and defend themselves all day long. You got to be that man for the Lord to protect them and make sure they are all right and they're straight. And you teach them not to be a homosexual. You teach them how to be a man or a woman.
That's right.
That's your job that you have. You're held accountable for all of that. And don't just punk out trying to be a homosexual. Don't do it. Don't punk out trying to join a white man. Don't do it. Because you are the problem while we are destroyed. You are a part of the problem. Don't think you're not. You ain't special. Go ahead and get that.
Jeremiah 30 and 5. For thus says the Lord.
Yep.
We have heard the voice of trembling.
No, keep going. You're right.
We have heard the voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
Stop right there. Now, what this is talking about, it's talking about Jacob's trouble. It's talking about the children of Israel, how the Most High is hearing the, say it one more time, Bob.
For thus says the Lord, we have heard the voice of trembling.
Trembling, meaning, timid, scared, you know what I mean, shaking. Keep going.
Of fear.
Of fear.
And not of peace.
Not of peace. Now let me tell you something. The spirit of fear doesn't come from the Lord. And you can find that in 2 Timothy. Alright? 1 and 7. But where it does come from, it comes from Satan. You want to know why you're scared and afraid? Because there's nobody out here to protect you.
That's right. You're
not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Right now, every day, you're in fear of your whole life. Right now. Every time you go outside, you're thinking in your head, am I finna get shot and killed? Like my brother and sister just did the other day.
That's right.
On live TV all over the internet. Like the scriptures say, your life hangs in doubt day and night. Meaning you are scared, you are in fear every single day. And you just don't know what to do. That spirit comes from Satan himself. Right. And you need to get that spirit off. And how you do it, you keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
And what that's going to do for you is to protect you. So you don't have to be in fear. You don't have to worry about anybody coming into your house to break into your house or anything like that, killing you, touching your kids, your wives, your brothers, your sisters, nobody. That's the protection that you will have on you and your household. That's beautiful. Now you can sleep. Now you can go on about your day without worrying about somebody pulling you over and killing you. Now you can probably get some peace in your life. Keep going.
Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man travail with child.
Keep going.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loin, as a woman in travail?
Stop right there. What the Lord is doing, the Lord is comparing the men to a woman right now. He is saying that we are like in pain right now, as a woman is when she has a baby. He's seeing how weak we are in our state right now. That's why he's comparing us to a woman. He's seeing all these things and realizing that it's the day of Jacob's trouble, of our trouble, to the point where we are at the end times, where things is getting worse and worse and bad for us. Right now we are in pain, as if we were with a child. Right now we are in pain. You want to know why? Because we're getting killed out there in the streets right now as we speak. There's not a day or a week that goes by when you don't hear about black people getting killed. All through the month of July, there was nothing but us getting murdered. And that was insane to everybody in 2016, when it shouldn't be, because it's been happening since years ago, in the so-called last slavery, when we still are in slavery. That kills me when people say that. We are still in slavery. We are all slaves right now in captivity.
That's right.
But like the scriptures say, Jacob's trouble will end very soon. It will end. We are almost out of this thing. But we need men in here. We need women to be women again. You know what I mean? That's why the I.S.U.P.K checks these brothers and sisters, because they're not being who they are set, was made to be. We wasn't made to be tools for the white man. We was not made to be a lawless people who just done whatever we wanted to do. That's out of order. That's not correct. And as a brother, I'm going to check you just like our Father checks us every day with death. Instead of me killing you, I'm going to get you off the ground where you are at your low state and tell you and treat you correctly and show you how to live your life. Show you how to be a man, because nobody else can do it but the I.S.U.P.K. Go ahead, Al.
And if I may, sir, it made me just think about, like you were saying about the brother Colin Kaepernick.
That's right.
He just stood up to show a little bit of a man. Because it's not so big to not stand for the national anthem. That's not like such a huge thing. That just happened to just being, showing a little bit that I'm a man.
That's right.
And him showing a little bit that he's a man, they want to take him down and make him like a woman.
That's right.
Not being able to provide for his family, trying to take his endorsements away, trying to take away his job and talking about cutting him from the team now, so he can't even provide for his family because he wanted to show that he was a man.
That's right.
Okay.
And that's what that's what the white man does to you when you stand up against him. He try to break you down even more. He try to use anything that he can to break you down, to make you weak. Have y'all caught on yet to the fact that the white man has been doing this to us forever? That's why the household is so broken. And that brings me to the next scripture. Bro, can you read that one more time for me out?
The
water.
Mark chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house.
If you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, nobody, including the white man, cannot come into your house and spoil your goods.
That's right.
Keep going.
And spoil his goods. Except he will first bind the strong man.
But listen here, if you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, what can happen?
Except he will first bind the strong man.
You will be defeated in your spirit and binded by the white man and binded by anybody. Keep going.
And then he will spoil his house.
Then he will spoil his house. The Christian church also then spoiled the household. You know what I mean? I'm going to include some of these Christians in here too. Because these Christians work for Mr. White Man, Mr. Whitey. You know what I mean? They are the reason why the household is the way it is. You know what I mean? Got the sisters out there becoming whores. Slowly but surely whores. Committing whoredom. All through the church, all through the U.S., the world, period.
That's right.
That's why the household is so broken. That's why you can go ahead and go kill all your babies. And you won't be in prison for it. Because it's okay. We accept it. We want you to die. And that's how Christians think.
That's right.
Because they got that spirit like the white man. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Man, you got to understand something. We can't keep living like this. We are in a day and time where Christ is on his way. And when are you going to get your life right? The first step of life is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and everything else will follow through, will fall in place for you. Like the scriptures say, when you seek the Most High, everything else will be added unto you. All right, go ahead and get that.
Come on. 1 Corinthians. So like it. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9.
Take your time.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
Now, if you do not keep the Lord's laws, you will not enter into the kingdom. Keep going.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators.
Fornicators,
Nor idolaters.
Idolaters, worship of other people,
Nor adulterers.
Sleeping with people that's not your husband or wives. Keep going.
Nor effeminate.
Nor homosexual people, man and woman. So get ready. Learn how to be a woman and a man. Learn your role as you are. Be your gender. Don't be something that you're not. Keep going.
Nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Abusers of themselves with mankind. That's self-explanatory. I don't have to teach that. We all know what that is. Is that it up?
Come.
All right. Now listen here. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Because that will save your life. That will teach you how to be a man. That will teach your little sons how to be men and warriors. That's the first step of life for everybody. Even for women. Stop being whores out here.
That's right.
That's what you need to learn how to do. And stop being a lawless people. Smoking weed. We don't smoke weed. That was never part of our culture. We are not supposed to sleep around all over with each other. Are you serious? Are you disgusting? That's not us. We didn't learn that from each other. We learned that from the other nations. And that's why we are destroyed.
That's right.
They taught you not to serve a God. They taught you how to serve yourself. How to do whatever the hell you want because you're grown. You're young and grown. I'm 18. I'm 34. 50, 60 years old. I can do whatever I want. I'm my own person. That's why we are destroyed. And that's why the Most High is just doesn't feel sorry for you. You know what I mean? You lucky that the man got mercy on you. But Christ is on his way. So I don't know who's going to be in the kingdom or who's not. But you better keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Because all I know is going to be a lot of bloodshed. And if you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, your blood just might be on his garment. That's all I got to say. With that being said, we got classes every Thursday in Minneapolis at North Regional Library over North, Laurie and Emerson. No, it's like Laurie and Fremont. And we have online classes for the I.S.U.P.K in general with Commander General Yohanna every Monday night. And then you got classes Tuesday through Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Alright? And y'all should go ahead and check that out for any more information about the school that you're in, any information about topics. We have counseling for drug addiction. We have counseling for, marriage. We have counseling for everything. All right? And that number at the bottom, go ahead and check that out. Give us a call if you have any questions in your state. All right? With that being said, shalom.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword with a